whenever you've had sort of a non-winning season, you love finishing strong. I think one of the really cool parts about what we saw, especially yesterday, was the quarterback goes out there, 5 touchdowns, you score 44 points against a team that's trying to win to get in the playoffs. So it's a playoff game for them, so you're getting that level of intensity. And then you kind of walk in to the 2025 season with an offense that's rolling really well, whatever we got, 8 or 9 draft picks, cap space, and a bunch of young players playing really, really well. You feel like there's a lot of reason for confidence, and that's obviously a huge credit to what the young guys in particular did down the stretch to kind of make it feel like, man, this is a really good core to build from.
And then, I mean, really the last 3 were against, they were sort of playoff, against opponents that were sort of like win or go home. You guys went 2 and 1 of those games. I mean, what does that experience do, especially for those guys?
I think one of the biggest runs of our season was really that 3 or 4 game stretch there, Kansas City, Philadelphia, playoff teams, good teams, and you're playing them tight. You're, last drive of the game sort of thing. It's like, oh man, we can play with these guys. Hadn't learned how to win a game at the end yet versus one of those really good playoff type teams, but you could play with them. And then obviously you get into like last night and a team that needs to win, and you go shot for shot with them, take the lead, they take the lead, you come back, kind of back and forth. And then, I mean, that's what good teams do is you win the toss. So you correctly win the toss. That's always really important. And then you just go right down. You never give them life. And Bryce did an awesome job. He won the toss and didn't give them life. So that was a good job by the Reaper.
After what's been the importance of the stability this year, whereas I'm talking from quarterback to really more about front office, coaching staff, especially given what you've gone through the last couple of years here.
Yeah, the last few years have been kind of a bit of a wild ride. I think what you feel like at the end of 24, which maybe didn't exist at the end of 23 or 22, is kind of all the key pieces are in place, right? So quarterback's playing really well. Head coach did a really, really good job. GM gets year 2 with all of the resources that you get from draft and salary caps, and there's a common vision, right? The tough part is when any one of those 3 pieces isn't necessarily in place or there's uncertainty, now timelines are different. Excuse me, timelines are different, or it's a little bit trickier to try to figure out, hey, what's the goal for this off season, because not everything is necessarily aligned. So I think that was what was really encouraging about the last 2 months. Bryce just playing better and better and better, the offense playing better and better, head coach feeling more and more comfortable in the role. I mean, look, head coach is a tough job. GMing is a tough job. Ron said years and years ago, like, he didn't really think he got kind of the hang of it till about year 3. Like, there's a lot on your plate, and it's the same for a young GM, a young quarterback. So all of those things kind of growing together is a huge advantage for our organization.
Was the plan to be stable and keep stability ever conveyed to you guys in the locker room, or was it just something you guys picked up on?
Well, I think the biggest element of stability was who Coach Canales was every day of the week. So he was the same positive, energetic, encouraging, demanding guy every single day, whether we won, whether we lost, whether a good day or a bad day. He was the same guy. Maybe the tone of the message changed a bit, but it was the same message over and over and over again. And guys pick up on, hey, even in a wild ride, our first month of the season was a really wild ride this year, and the head coach is the same guy every day. The front office are the same people every day. Like that, without having to even say anything, it exudes calm throughout the building in the face of some chaos. And so that stuff, as hard as that was, I think kind of breeds success down the road when we start playing well and confidence is building amongst the guys. And so you see a really solid finish. The last 8 or 9 games, it was really consistent play. We didn't play great in every single game, but the consistency of play was very steady.